What'd you guys do to my girl Candace Owens while I was gone? Apparently, she's just like neck deep in shit, and she's decided she's going to keep digging.
Yeah.
I love her. Like, she's great. She's amazing. She's fantastic. But she is, boy, you can tell that she really did no bullshit love Charlie Kirk and that they were very good friends, because she is a pit bull and she is not letting this go. Do you think Candace Owens, if you're in a relationship with her, do you think in fights she might bring up stuff from a long time ago?
Probably.
I think maybe.
She seems like I have the receipts person.
Yeah, Candace Owens is very much. Remember, it was only like a month or so ago that we were saying Candace is full of shit. She doesn't have the receipts, and now she's been dropping receipts on everybody.
Yeah, no, she threatened to. She's followed through with her word, which makes, like you said, all of us that doubted her look like pieces of shit.
Yeah, I was wrong. I'm convinced that one day she's just going to drop Brigitte Macron's dick right on the table during one of her shows.
Honestly, it almost sounds like she's gotten to the point on that one too, where like literally Brigitte Macron is going to have to lift up her skirt to somebody, go, no, look, it's a real vagina. It's like, and then they have to come back to us. No, guys, she doesn't have a dick. I seen it. Like that's, but then again, nobody that's against it. It'd be the same thing if they did it with Michelle Obama. Like, look, and they're like, no, you just won't admit that. How much are they paying you to lie about Big Mike's dick? Like,
Candace is going to do a show where she goes, Bridge, I have to say right now to my audience, and there's going to be like 350,000 people watching, Brigitte Macron does not have a penis. And then she holds up a bloody, severed dick and goes, anymore. And you just hear thwack against the table as she drops it.
No, it's true, Your Honor.
And then Candace Owens'
wife has no dick.
Yeah, Candace Owens is going to tell the world, she's going to go, not only have I won the lawsuit, but as part of the lawsuit stipulation, I get Brigitte Macron's dick. And she keeps it as like a trophy.
Just mounts it on a plaque behind her from now on.
Yeah.
She gets the thing like freaking gold plated or whatever.
So I didn't know that this happened. So over the weekend, this story was yesterday. But like while I was out, there must have been some gag order that got put on Candace Owens about Charlie Kirk. So apparently in the FBI investigation, they imposed a gag order on Candace Owens. I didn't know you could do that. Just tell someone, because she's not like a witness. She's not a suspect. She has nothing to do with it. But they're telling her you're not allowed. A court has ruled that she can't talk about the Charlie Kirk murder case.
They can do that.
Is insane to me. I guess maybe because she's dropping those texts and those are considered part of the investigation. I don't know. Anyway, they got to say this, but it doesn't matter because Candace Owens decided to go, I have a better idea. How about you guys go fuck yourself and I'll just keep talking about this. And so she's flouting gay. Now, let me tell you something. I know this. One of the most retarded things you can do, arrogant, retarded, dipshit things you can do, and I'm worried about Candace on this one, is violate a judge's gag order. Because it shows you have no respect for them, their court, and you're treating judges like they're stupid. Judges don't like to be treated like they're stupid because they went to a lot of school. They've worked really hard to get where they are. A judge is an accomplished position, and there's a level of pride that goes with that. You don't want to fuck that up. So you can't be a bigger retard than someone who violates a gag order. And this could really fuck Candace over unless some other judge comes in and goes, well, that you can't do that. But there aren't many judges out there that want to tell other judges that they work with that they're wrong.
Right.
You know,
unless they're really violating some sort of amendment, unless they're really setting a precedent in a bad way.
Like if it's a court of appeals overturning a district court, that's their job.
Right.
You know, but if it's like a judge here, you know, a judge in the same jurisdiction, it's like they're not going to go against their fucking golfing buddy. Well, this is from the iNews Zoombagla.com. I wish I could have newspapers again. I did subscribe to the Star Tribune after I got out. Conspiracy theorist Candace Owens has ignited a fresh controversy. She vows to violate a court-imposed gag order in the Charlie Kirk murder case. Owens claims her findings could, quote, burn the house down. And now normally we would say this sounds over dramatic, but it's hard to tell her she's wrong. She's got the hot hand.
She's giving receipts. You can't really.
Now, It's stupid to violate a court-imposed gag order. Even dumber to announce that you're going to do it.
Right.
You know? The gag order was issued in the state of Utah. It pertains to the trial of suspect Tyler Robinson. However, the order does not legally apply to Owens herself. That's odd. Judge Tony Graff issued the formal gag order. It restricts public statements from case participants. This includes attorneys, witnesses, and court staff. According to Reuters, such orders are standard in high-profile cases. They aim to protect the integrity of the judicial process. They prevent outside influence on the jury pool. Candace Owens is not a direct participant in the trial. She is an external commentator and former employee of Kirk's organization. Therefore, she is not legally bound by this specific court. Well, then how is she violating it?
Yeah, if she's not bound by it, there's nothing to violate.
Well, that's a stupid thing for them to say. She vows to violate a court-imposed gag order. How you can't violate a court-imposed gag order if it's not imposed on you. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Owens has promoted several unverified theories since the killing. So when I went in, she's pretty sure that like the Turning Point guys might have known that Israel was planning to kill Charlie. And then it was like a palace coup and they could take over because Charlie was going to stop supporting Israel.
Right.
That whole thing. Now, since I went away, she apparently thinks that maybe the Trump administration had him killed.
Honestly, like the conspiracy theory there is the Trump administration and its ties to is like, I mean, I didn't even know this until, I don't know, this might have happened before you went away even. I found out Donald Trump, I guess, knew Charlie Kirk's like wife like fairly well.
Yes, maybe she was in the Miss USA pageant.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's very interesting. It's one of those, you see all these conspiracies. It's hard to not start saying, well, there's correlation there.
Yeah. Her dad also ran Raytheon in Israel.
Is that true?
Wish I were making that one up.
Okay. It's not seeing coincidences when they're tied together. God.
Just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean nobody's watching me. She released screenshots of messages she attributes to Kirk. In them, Kirk allegedly admits to pressure from Jewish donors. We know about that. However, Owens has not provided further evidence for her broader claims. Her assertions have sparked significant backlash and division within conservative circles. The situation remains volatile as the legal proceedings against Tyler Robinson continue. The Charlie Kirk murder case continues to attract intense public scrutiny, amplified by external commentators making bold claims. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that the prosecution doesn't like, and the FBI doesn't like, that Candace Owens is out there saying shit.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't make their job easier. But also, I don't think you're going to have to really come up with more evidence that Charlie Kirk was killed by Tyler Robinson, because I just ain't buying it. I don't think that Charlie was killed by that guy.
Oh, you mean the one that we have? Yeah, no. I don't think so at all. I think my personal opinion, I'm on Candace's team. That's, I guess, the shortest way to say it.
I'm on Candace's team simply because she's stirring the shit. And I like that.
And ironically, like, it makes a lot more sense that is the motivating factor, because like Charlie Kirk's been doing this stuff that he's been doing for a while, and the idea that all of a sudden now, like, we get this person that's willing to go this far, but we had again, fucking coincidences. We have this guy that just happens to show up and take credit for it to throw people off, and then we have the Tyler Robinson thing. Things don't quite line up there, but all the while in the background, it's like, yeah, you know, he had a meeting with a bunch of like prominent Jewish people beforehand, and he very publicly on TV, like to Ben Shapiro's face, kind of went, you know, we were kind of told question everything, question the media, question when it came to COVID and when it comes to this, that, and other. Why don't we do that with Israel? Why don't we question the media with what we're hearing about Israel? And he really just pretty much made Ben Shapiro shit his pants live on his show.
So Friday night, SP and I go out to dinner, and after dinner, we're watching, we decided to rewatch Baby Reindeer.
Baby reindeer?
Yeah, the Netflix show, which is pretty good. SP and I are watching it, and she's was scrolling through TikTok, and she goes, "Oh my God, you're gonna lose it." I go, "What?" You know how Larry Ellison and Oracle bought TikTok, and they're big Zionists and Netanyahu's buddies, and Netanyahu's like, "We own TikTok now." She goes, "You're gonna lose it. Look at this." There's an ad while she's scrolling. Stop Jewish hate. If you see anti-Semitism on the platform, make sure you report it. Here's how you can do so. Here are examples of anti-Semitic hate. Here, and one of them is criticism of Israel. And it's an ad that pops up on TikTok now. I'm like, okay, you've been using TikTok for a while. Was that an ad before? Never seen this before.
Nope.
So it's just, I mean, just they're not being subtle about it. It's just going to be right in your face. The reason they wanted Jews to buy TikTok was because TikTok was one of the biggest pro-Palestinian social media platforms out there. Like Free Palestine was one of their top trending things for a long time. And young people were seeing this. That was kind of Charlie Kirk's letter to Netanyahu. He was telling him that. He was saying, you're losing the youth. They're being told about all this pro-Palestinian stuff. You need to do something with social media. And so, of course, their idea was, well, why don't we just buy it? Like,
right? Thank God the Trump administration made the Chinese government sell the American branch of TikTok. Yeah. So,
well, I get it, because Israel had two choices. Israel could stop caving in the head of Palestinians who were looking for food, or they could spend billions of dollars buying TikTok. And they picked the one that was easier for them morally. Just buying TikTok.
Billions of dollars buying TikTok. Yeah, that does sound like the easier choice.
A little bit. A little bit. Pray by 12 said, I forgot a $4.99 super chat from him. I apologize. He says, did you hear we sent Argentina $40 billion? Was it a clean shower, etc.? Glad you're back. Thank you. And yeah, the showers were clean because everyone had to bring in a bleach bottle with them and spray down the shower before and after they used it.
Except for whoever dropped a deuce in there, apparently missed a spot, I will say. At least one log.
Somebody dropped a shit. But again, I want to point out, in the lower tier shower, I was upper tier. We were classier. We were classier bunch.
We don't fuck with none of that lower tier shit. Y'all be pooping in the shower and stuff. We don't do that.
Y'all be taking duties in the shower and shit. The fuck is wrong with you, homeboy? Mikey's gonna burn you down for that shit.
I don't blame him.
I'm not gonna lie. There are a couple people in there that I do miss. I made some friends in jail. You know what I said before I went in? I go, watch me become like Saul Goodman, friend of the cartel. While that didn't happen, because there were no like cartel guys in there, I did make some pals.
You did make a few friends?
Yeah, I miss Mikey, man. Mikey's cool shit. My basketball teammate that we fucking ran the court with, I miss that guy. My second cellmate he was a DUI guy. And he was kind of a big oaf, but I liked him. He was a fun guy. He was a cool guy. Normal guy. You know what he was? Even though he was from Wisconsin, he was like a central Minnesota bullshitting kind of guy. Just a normal dude. I miss President Bush. I miss that guy. He was good, decent, innocent. I miss Alec. Alec was a good kid. I'm rooting for that guy. I kind of want to check up on him at some point.
You're gonna start going back, just seeing where everyone's at.
Yeah, go visit. You know, I'm rooting for that kid because he does want to get better, and I just don't think the system he's in is going to help him with that.
Is that the one? Is that the one that's dealing with some personal issues?
Which person? Well, everybody in there's dealing.
The dependency.
Hey, Johnny, nobody goes in there on a winning streak.
The meth thing you were talking about.
You got to be more specific on that too. There's lots of
fuck, man. The one you had said was going to move. I didn't want to start outing people.
Yeah,
one you said was going to move, and you were worried that they weren't, even with all the intentions that they have of like, I'm getting away from these people and these things. Although I will say, a number of people that I've known that are like reformed addicts, like that is the turning point. They're like, I had to get away from those people and those situations because I couldn't because they would just bring me right back into the chemical dependency stuff. So I'm hopeful that this is that change for him.
I'm rooting for that kid. Carlos, with becoming a member for 5 months, says 4 a.m. morning sucked last week. Welcome back, Bish. When I went in, Ethan Ralph was holding all these W's over Mersch fucking a girl that Mersch wanted. I come out and like Ethan Ralph's in a fucking funny farm and Mersch is posting W's. I leave and the world spins 4 times around and I miss the whole thing. Do you see why do you see why I'm saying you probably don't need your phones? There's nothing important on them.
I was about to say, if it can spin around 4 times and we get here and it changes absolutely nothing, did we need it in the first place?
Exactly. Husey with $5 says, ahoy, Aaron. Good to see you're back from your trip around Africa. Boxing stinks now. I did see that Wardley beat Parker, so poor Joseph Parker doesn't get that title shot he definitely deserved. See you on the Christmas special. I'm not going on with you, Husey. You Sam